What do we think?
I'm just concerned about the daughter's approach. I know she loves her mom, and as much as kids want to help their parents, they have to do so in a loving, respectful way, not confrontational.
I think her daughter really screamed for attention. She hasn't had her mother since the age when she was a teenager, left at the store all day. Those things I think tend to build up, and I think what she's just screaming for is love and attention from her mom. She wants a relationship.
She does. Dr. Judy, can I ask you, what is the difference between a hoarder and then like shopping addiction?
Okay, so hoarding disorder is a diagnosable condition. We know a lot about it. There's a lot of research. Shopping addiction, the jury's still out because people don't really believe that the research really shows that it actually activates the brain the same way that maybe gambling or drugs or alcohol. But the real problem with Tina is really this hoarding piece, the fact that she feels distressed when she's trying to throw things away, that it kind of impedes on her entire life, her living space, her relationships. It tends to emerge around the ages of 11 to 15, usually because there's something traumatic that happens. So, you know, I see Tina being so emotional, she's crying. Her daughter says she might be depressed. I really wonder about this trauma piece, and if there's something in her childhood, we should ask her.
So let's ask her.
Tina, sometimes people have these hoarding struggles because something traumatic happened to them when they were younger. Did something happen to you in your childhood, maybe even in your early teenage years that you can tell us about?
Yeah, my whole childhood was my dad would beat my mother, so I feel like I didn't get that. She didn't have any confidence, of course, and I didn't get that from her. So I think by shopping, it somehow makes me feel pretty for the day or even for an hour. So I get that short little connection with the clothes. And then another part of it was when I married my first husband, his mother told me that because I was pregnant, I had to wear a tea-length dress, which I didn't know what that was, and I do now. But at that time, I didn't know, and it was short. It wasn't long like a wedding dress, you know? And so I remembered standing there in Macy's buying the dress. It was off-white, had to be off-white because I was pregnant. And then I remember when I bought it, I thought to myself, you know what? I'm returning this as soon as I'm done being married because I don't like this dress.
Right, so you're talking about, you know, sort of where this all started, really.
The buying and returning.
The buying and returning is sort of like that day, but even further back from that, just the sense of having to watch your parents fighting and having a parent abuse another parent. I mean, that really robs you of a sense of safety. So I can understand why you maybe started to think about objects as safety, sort of attaching to those types of things.
Oh, that's a good point, I think.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing,
Yes,
Tina. I know
thanks,
that's
Tina.
tough for you.